Thank you for staying with us. And I mean, Alera, when you think about those homes, you just want to go home.
Well, you can't go home yet. It's not 12 noon yet. So stop thinking about home.
Okay, it's okay. All right. Let's look at this. But this time we're talking innovation. Now, the housing innovation, tech innovation, democratization of law and justice, now on fast track technology, and the innovations it entails has defined a new way of life, taking technology away from the realms of luxury into the arena of everyday endeavors, whether in the professions or in the matters of lifestyle generally. So you can imagine today, you want to whatever you want to do, there's some kind of technology to help you get it done.
Indeed.
Those were the words of the Vice President, Professor Yemi Oshibajo, on Thursday in his keynote at the Virtual Law Pavilion Technology Conference with the theme, A New Paradigm in Justice Delivery. Remember that during the pandemic, Nigeria went digital with the courts?
Everything went digital.
Apart from eating, we still eat live food, not
No,
digital.
you can be eating digital food or be eating virtually if you wish.
Now, the Legal Tech Conference organized by Law Pavilion in partnership with the Telnet Nigeria Limited held on Thursday, August 13 and Friday, August 14, 2020, and it offered practical ideas and solutions to better understand how you can leverage technology to accelerate access to justice for Nigerians and organizations interested in doing business in the country. Well, to help us understand a little bit more about what happened, we have Okpe Olugasa, Managing Director of Law Pavilion. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, sir.
Also here is Folorunche Aliyu, General Manager or Group Managing Director, Telnet Nigeria. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so let me start with law. Now, it's in this pandemic that we've seen more of technology in law. Before now, we've heard people talk about the need to digitize the legal system in Nigeria, and that has been really slow in coming to be. But it looks like the pandemic gave room for that. Is that what led to this?
A little bit of yes. But it's actually the necessity to begin to change the narrative and start a national discourse with a sustained action plan for people to understand the connection between access to justice, equity in the system, and national growth. It's that passion to connect the two. That's what made us come up with this virtual legal tech conference, for people to understand that equity and justice is the foundation of all the things, all the ills in the Nigerian society. And then we begin to discuss about this, and then begin to look at how we can use technology to fast track this, to help this, solve these problems.
What crossed my mind immediately was awaiting trial. We hear that often, and some people have been sitting there for some of them 8 years, 9 years, and they're awaiting trial. So this technology that you're talking about, is it going to reduce such injustices from the system? And if so, how?
Okay, so as part of the awaiting trial issue, the technology is meant to help, one, the justice system itself, truly to fast track that the judges can work much faster.
Okay.
They can manage the cases much easier, so they can handle cases much faster. Also, so what we did actually is an ecosystem, because it's not only about the courts. There is the angle of the law firms as well. How efficient can they be? So we're using this technology to help the law firms work more efficiently, interact or integrate more with the courts more efficiently, so that their clients' matters, someone in the prison awaiting trial, can quickly get access to justice. His matter can be quickly adjudicated upon, and then he can move on with his or her life. And it's a national issue, really.
You know, there's no way you talk about a digitized justice system without looking at a digitized policing system. So was that factored into this conversation?
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Like my colleague said, the ecosystem is extremely important. That means you take a look at all the stakeholders, look at all the actors, and that's why it's a national discussion. Yes, it was factored in. You start first from the citizens understanding their rights. So there is an application, a solution built already that allows the citizens to know their rights, allow them to actually get access to the right person. Some people are accused today and they don't know the next thing to do. There's an application built already, a mobile application, where you get into any issues, you need to know what your rights are in that situation and who to speak with. From then, it moves to the court, to the legal offices, or law firms, who would also connect digitally to the courts. So virtual hearing to speed up the number of cases and all that would be taken care of. So yes, and most of the cases are tried, especially criminal cases are tried by the policemen who are meant to take care of this. So yeah, that was taken care of as well in the system. But that is, the discussion needs to go all across the stakeholder system.
Now, to my mind, what causes cases to drag on and on sometimes is that the magistrate or the judge is actually longhand writing what is being said in the courtroom. What's going to happen to that process?
Okay. It takes a little bit more than that, but that's one of the things that causes it. Now, for that particular one, what we've introduced into the system is it's a court recording. What we're working on currently is an artificial intelligence automatic speech transcription system. Now, we're currently training it. And by the time it's fully released and any moment from now, it's such that as the litigants or the lawyers, the counsel in court are talking, the system is automatically recording it, transcribing it, and everyone in the open court can see it. And so the judge has the opportunity to sit down and actually watch the demeanor of the witnesses, of the counsel, and process things more efficiently rather than just writing.
His head is down and he's writing all the
and
time.
it could be so herculean for the judges, really. Yeah. You write from morning till night every day. That's not fair on them, and then it weakens.
That what he's talked about now, the transcription where the artificial intelligence listens and transcribes. One will begin to wonder how much of training is being given to that AI, because you have different accents. Sure. You have different modes of pronouncing the same word, different versions of pronouncing the same word. Some people, even those who are old school, still miss out on their punctuations in speech. So would that AI be able to capture all of that so that later on when the judge is having to go through, or when maybe another judge comes and has to pick up the case, he's able to understand. So how are all of these things going to be factored in? Because that might be the determinant of whether a case is settled once and for all, or someone is sent to jail for life.
Thank you for that. It goes into the first questions you asked. We've been doing this for a while. This training has gone on for a while, and that's why it has not been released yet. It's been going on for a while with these different stakeholders. So to answer your question, it's already in the works. It's been years this has been done. So it's almost time for the release of this. The training has been done with the different accents, working with the different stakeholders, northern pronunciation, southern pronunciation, southeast, southwest pronunciation. This has been going on for a long time. So that has been factored in, and I can tell you categorically, success rate right now is very, very high. And we're doing on-site training of this AI, even in courts and in sessions right now.
Is that part of the court management system?
Yes. It is a whole suite of solution, and you have modules. So you activate the modules as they become mature.
Yeah.
So this AI module is the maturity stage where we are waiting, and that would be turned on.
Tell us about the court management system.
Okay. So the court management system looks at the entire value chain when it comes to the court system. So you would look at how would lawyers upload the cases. So instead of going all the way to Abuja to go and file this large, bulky, what do you call it, a submission. You can actually upload from your office. Ensure that the right payments are made online. Ensure that it is received appropriately, it is stamped appropriately, received into the system appropriately. It is also, what's the word now? The cases are scheduled to the right judges from the chief judges and justices. As it gets to them, if your case has been assigned, the same the litigant, or you get notification. You don't necessarily have to go all the way to Abuja, for example. You can have a virtual court hearing. It is secure end to end. Sessions are secured as well. And have you noticed we have infrastructural issues as well, where someone is speaking and you say, oh, I cannot hear you and all that. Those are things we are fine-tuning and dealing with in the background. So you are sure that end to end, you have the right things.
Let me ask you about you talked about properly stamped, properly filed. Stamping there means the document has to be printed, stamped, and then scanned again. Is that also being factored in?
Now,
or do you have digital stamps being created?
Digital stamps are created, but everything is based on process. Now, technology is an enabler, and it helps you to also do things on scale. But process must drive technology. If you do it wrongly, it becomes another way of causing trouble. So we are still working within the legal framework. Things are possible, does not mean you must do it. So if the court says we'll print at the end based on the process and the law we have today, it must still be printed. But if the laws are amended, the system, you have it there in the soft copy and all that. So both are possible, but there is e-stamping, there is e-signature, there is e-receipt already available in the system.
It's always encrypted.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
In fact,
Because Nigerians are very intelligent people.
Oh, absolutely.
Or you'll find them hacking into these things, and where there's no knot, you suddenly find a knot, and you find that your document has been turned upside down, you know?
It's encrypted end to end.
and apart from if you don't mind, apart from the encryption, there's something called keys. You do not leave the keys with just a single individual. So for anything to change on the system, the 3 different persons or personnel involved in this so the judge must be involved, the litigant on this side must be involved, the litigant on the other side must align before there's any change. So if anything changes, it means we all agree it has changed.
Okay.
So apart from the encryption, that also is important.
Okay, the pandemic has given rise and given room for a lot of these ideas to come to the fore. Again, I asked you, are the lawyers and the police, we asked a question here, are the law firms and the police factored into this? So post-COVID, what are you doing to manage the law firms and the legal departments in schools and all of that post-COVID?
Post-COVID is the case management assured, but it's also integrated into law rights, which he talked about. So it's not only for the law firms alone to just handle their own operations, it helps them to integrate with the citizens. Don't forget, as we had said earlier, it's an ecosystem on access to justice. So the law firms are able to off-take matters briefs from the citizens, and then internally, they are able to, apart from process that, have access to their library of resources. And that's what we started with, actually. We digitized the law, the cases in Nigeria, the judgments, and then we began the electronic law reporting system. And so we've taken that to much better standards now, where at the virtual conference, we unveil the e-laws of Lagos State. So lawyers have access to textbooks, virtual textbooks, the laws digitally, all the law reports digitally, all the tools they need. And then, as Professor rightly said, they are virtually linked with to the court. So essentially, post-COVID-19, the new normal means that law firms will engage, law departments will engage with their clients virtually. They will engage within themselves virtually. They will also engage with the court system virtually. And this, we think, must happen without reducing the speed, but to rather increase the speed. And that's the value we're bringing on the table.
Interesting.
With the, not litigants, the man out there, I don't like his name, would the man out there on the street be more comfortable with the legal system going forward? Is that what law rights is about?
Yes. First is to give you knowledge. What are your rights? Most of us don't even know what our rights in different situations. So it gives you access to your rights. The second thing it also does is it helps you to know who to reach out to within the legal system to
Okay.
help you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Congratulations are in order. I mean, you're publishing e-laws Lagos, right?
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you
And
very
well done. We're speaking with Okpe Olugasa, Managing Director, Law Pavilion, and Folorunsho Aliyu, Group Managing Director, Telnet Nigeria. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
And let's see our legal system get better.
Thank you.
We can't wait.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll be back for the home stretch. To stay with us.